Hello and welcome to the Hope Hotline. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful, wild, wacky Friday.
Oh, wild and wacky.
That's right. I don't know why I said it.
Okay.
But I did.
Yes, you did.
You know what I'm seeing on TikTok a lot?
What?
Is all these people from all over the place wanting to move to Florida and asking where to move to.
Yes.
Are you all of a sudden seeing this?
not on mine.
Yes, it's on my newsfeed. I
Not
just
mine.
Like,
saw
why
one.
is this? Like, all these influencers, too. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Maybe because we don't have state tax.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's true. But, like, what the what?
And
I haven't seen it
this
yet.
winter was brutal.
This winter was brutal.
And
That's
true.
what I was thinking.
That
Partly is
makes
because
sense.
the winter was
Yeah, because
so
it's
bad.
April, so they're all like, but then they're going to stay where they are, and then the summer's going to come, and then they're going to forget about
No, they're
Florida.
literally asking and they're buying right now. They're in the state. Some of them are in the state saying, we're looking, where do we go? And I cannot tell you how many people have said Sarasota.
Yep.
And how many people have said Wallen Park.
oh, I haven't seen Wallen Park. I've seen like
All
Lakewood,
over the place.
Yikes.
Lakewood Ranch area.
Oh, Lakewood Ranch is one of the first ones. All over the place. When they say Sarasota, everybody says Lakewood Ranch. But I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people go, if you want the smaller version of Lakewood Ranch, Welland Park. And I cannot tell you how many
Insane.
people have said, oh, I just bought a place in Welland Park. Or that's where we're going to buy our second home. I'm like, stop it. Stop.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. When I bought where I bought, in my wildest dreams, I never thought, which is a wild story how I bought out where I got anyway, because that was a whole God thing. But it is insane what's around me now. And there was nothing around me. Nothing. Even Northport was like down in the city part, there was nothing there.
Right.
It had like the Publix. That's about it.
That's crazy.
It didn't even have the Walmart.
Wow.
And now it is crazy.
I know. And it's expanding. They're bringing things in.
And I'm telling you, when that Benderson shopping thing comes in, that is going to. I was asking Tom, I'm like, what is that going to look like
Right.
for us for traffic?
Right. Okay.
I don't want to move though, but
I know.
like being around all of that, it's crazy. Super convenient.
I know.
Very convenient.
And I
mean-
love convenience.
That Costco being right down that Costco is not even 5 minutes from my house.
That is convenient.
That is nice.
That is sweet.
You know what else is convenient? DoorDash
And Instacart.
and Instacart. You're right. That's what I meant. I meant Instacart. Thank you.
Instacart goes to your house from Costco?
Yes.
Yes.
My Costco?
Yes. Yes.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. I feel bad for the people. I'm like,
Me
sorry.
too.
Well, I'm even further.
Yeah, you're way further.
I'm way
Trace.
away. That's why I don't go. It's so far. Unless I'm here.
And Detweiler's is another one that will come to our house.
I love,
try
and
that.
listen, I've had Detweilers delivered to my house. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy though.
I use Instacart more
No,
often
don't say it.
than I like to admit.
It's so
pretty-
awesome.
It is so good.
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I went in and like shopped for my own
Right.
groceries.
Oh, I
Same.
can.
Same girl.
Oh, I can.
You know what though? How I justify it is when I go in, I spend way more money because I'm like, ooh, this is buy one get
Oh,
one
yeah.
free. Ooh, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, actually, I haven't
True.
had that in a really long time. When I go on like Instacart, I just grab like my most recent.
But if you were shopping pretty much every day, you'd find out that you don't do that.
That's true.
Which I have found out because I go to the grocery store somewhat every day. I know, like maybe it's $25 here, $15
Right.
there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
If you were every day,
Yes.
I can't go every day.
You spend way less than if you buy in bulk.
Once
Which
upon
I've
a
done
time,
both.
once upon a time ago, I used to meal plan and,
When you juiced,
and shopped according to my meal plan
That's
for
so
the week.
sweet. So sweet.
I know. Who is that woman?
Where
Where
did
is
she go?
Where did she go?
thank God she's gone.
We're happy about that.
Who wants to do meal planning?
I know.
Although,
Jer.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to do meal plans.
I know. It's tough. Because like, do you actually want to eat that tomorrow when you
That's
wake
the
up
thing.
and you're like, I would just rather starve. I'll just fast.
Because there are a lot of times you think, oh, that's going to be great this week. And then when you do it, you're
Right.
I
like,
know. I know. You
I
gotta be
think
so
committed.
much.
I think when I have an empty nest and it's more just me, I think I like every day, like going and getting something like, what do I want for today? Going in the morning, getting that, and then
Yes.
having it for the day.
That's how I grew up, like in New
Really?
York City. Like you just went for what you needed for the day because you had
Wow.
to carry your
True.
groceries.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I
And
kinda
their
like that.
stores are smaller.
And there's a corner store.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
and
I
it's
love
small.
The
that.
corner.
I'd rather go to like a corner store any day
Yeah.
than to go to Publix. It's so overwhelming. There's so much stuff. I would love a corner store actually. Okay, I'm
A
moving.
bodega?
Who's coming?
Yeah.
That's how it is in Europe. I mean,
I
and a
love
lot
that.
of like,
Yeah.
if you go over to the Middle East,
Yeah.
they don't have big
No.
grocery stores.
They have these like farmers markets and
very
you grab
tiny.
your stuff. And
Yep. It's very nice.
It is very nice.
So
really
that's been shocking to see how many people are trying to move down here.
That is
True.
And how many people are suggesting Sarasota.
A lot of people from like New Jersey.
That's one of them
Interesting.
that I saw
Okay.
from New Jersey. Another one from, I think it was New York. Another one from California. I was telling Laura Keller, who does our appraisals, I had dinner with her last night, and I was talking to her about all of it. And she said Sarasota County had the best correction because they're saying like West Palm Beach is 50% inaccurate on its pricing. So it's going to take a real big downfall in real estate because
Okay.
it's overpriced.
Okay.
Sarasota, though, is actually, it said in this big thing that I was watching, it said Sarasota was only 10% over. We've already course corrected. But she said actually
wow.
that is in Port Charlotte, too. Port Charlotte and Sarasota both are on the same page.
Okay.
She said actually that's a little bit behind because when we went through Hurricane Ian and we had to go through all of the fixing up and all that devastation and stuff, we got corrected after that, like Hurricane Charlie with 2006 and 2008's balloon bursting and stuff like that. We went through the process of having to fix our homes and all of the increase in pricing from that. She said so. And I think I'm saying it correctly, but I wish she was here because she would be able to convey it better. But whatever. She basically said we're on the we're entering into an upswing.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. So our pricing of our properties, whereas the rest of Florida is going to see a downturn, we are actually going to start rising. We're one of the ones, if not the one, with Port Charlotte that are experiencing the climb in our housing values.
Wow.
So I said, because I was like, it's a buyer's market right now. And she's like, not everywhere. And we're like entering out of a buyer's market right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and so all
Just in
these
time.
yeah, and all these housing developers,
Yeah.
like they're not going to. It's like I was like, where are all these people coming from?
Right.
And then I see TikTok,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
all over the place.
Crazy. All right. Well,
So if you own property, hang on to it.
okay. I'm
Well,
ready.
not you, because you want to sell.
I'm ready. No, I'm ready for my compound. I'll sell my house and get my compound.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to
Acreage.
buy a house, Tracy is ready to sell hers.
Almost. But yes, I mean, listen, price is right. I'll go live in a rental or something. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you're desperate to live in Deep
Totally.
Creek, it's great.
For the right person, it
For the
can
right
be.
no, for the right person. If you don't have
Yeah.
a commercial vehicle and you love picking your weeds every day, it's perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. No weeds allowed in Deep Creek.
My gosh.
Gosh.
So silly.
There's this stuff, this weed killer that you just sprinkle it into your stuff. Do you
I
use
know.
that?
No, I have
Oh my
weeds
gosh, it's the
everywhere.
best thing ever. I never weed.
Do you get warning letters?
I used to all the time. But the thing is once everything dies, they die. But I did take care of my beds because now like I have my new windows, my new siding. So I actually like planted my plants.
How's that
and
going?
It's excellent actually.
I was wondering what it looked like.
I know I'll show you. A couple of my plants aren't doing great up front because it's so hot. And so I kind of assumed that. I didn't know how well they would do, but the other ones are doing great.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Our bougainvilleas, I thought they
Yes.
were dead.
Oh, they came back.
They came back.
Did they come back from the ground?
From the ground.
Yeah, me too.
I was like,
Did you have any from the frost?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I told you I knew what you were talking about.
I'm gonna get one.
I
my gosh,
know
we
it's
had-
some bush or flower,
Yes.
but other than
and
that,
they
no.
flower beautifully.
Oh, really?
And during the winter, with our frost, it completely killed our bougainvilleas, and we had quite a few of them on the property. I was so sad because they would like flower every year and so beautiful. But yeah, we didn't give up on them.
Yeah, I know. Mine came
And-
up from the bottom.
Yes,
Just like that.
and they're like growing again.
Did you pray?
Nope.
But
Well, there you
also, what did you say? Did you say?
I said,
didn't-
did you pray
I
over
didn't
them?
pray.
Oh no! But I will say, every Saturday I wake up
Everything I
to
touch
Jeff. He's
Yeah, that's
completely
true.
shirtless,
Oh my gosh.
walking our property, and he talks to our plants, and he talks to our trees, and he literally, I'm sure he's praying a blessing over them.
Everything our hands touch prospers.
Yes.
That's what.
Oh my gosh.
Hope
Why
told me
did
one
you
time.
tell her? What did you say?
That's what Hope told me one time.
That's true. What did you like? Why did you add in that he's shirtless?
Because he's always shirtless on a Saturday morning, and his shorts are a little low, so it's always his butt crack
No,
showing.
that sounds like my dad. That's literally my dad.
It's so fun. It's such a great sight to wake up to.
We needed the details.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
That's
I know.
funny. Tom
Oh,
won't let
man.
anybody see him without a shirt on.
Are you
so-
serious?
No, he's like he when he says I'm in the never should be seen without a shirt club. He means that seriously.
That's so funny.
I don't think he looks
on.
bad without a shirt on. I think he actually looks great without a shirt
I
on.
think that's a
Like,
northern thing. Did your dad wear a shirt up north? when you
No,
guys-
my dad was always shirtless.
Yeah. Interesting. My dad,
Jeff's
all my
goal is to be as dark as Chip.
Dark as what?
as Chip,
That's my dad.
Tracy's dad.
Do you remember how dark he was? He's like an Indian, like
looks
literally.
like
Oh,
an
your
ab-
dad was
Aboriginal.
super. Yeah, your dad was super
He
dark.
looks like an Aboriginal.
I know he does.
like
I don't know.
you look like you're from a mixed family.
I know.
Yeah, every time he gets home, he's like, "Time to go outside. I need to be as dark as Chip."
He needs to text my dad that. He would love to
I'm
hear
gonna
that.
get it on camera.
please. I'll
Like
make
your
him so
dad,
happy.
literally. If you close your eyes, he's darker than some black men.
100%.
Yes.
I don't know what happens. He's so crazy. I don't know what happens.
Well, he doesn't crack either. So
He
once
doesn't.
you go black, well, that's a different one.
That's different. That's
black
different.
don't crack,
Right,
And
right.
that is
Nope.
true, man. Black
Yeah.
people, they look good.
They do not crack.
really do.
And beige don't age.
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
don't.
Asian
you-
don't raisin.
Okay.
I
I'm telling
don't know
you,
what happens when people just
Hispanics,
go
they look
old.
great too. Latinos, man, they like whiteys.
Whiteys, we don't.
We crack.
We crack. We do.
We crack bad,
White be cracking.
White be cracking.
and not good, and not in a good way.
I know it's unfortunate,
But-
but it is what it is.
It is.
Can't have everything.
Got to deal with what you got to deal with.
Exactly. Okay.
So-
Are we going to do this today?
Yeah, let's do it. Do it.
All right, real quick. Facebook, hello. It's nice to see you guys on there. YouTube, we're back.
Ooh.
We'll be on our best behavior today.
Did you
Maybe.
miss us?
Maybe.
I hate them.
And then Rumble. Hey, guys. We got the chat going. We got everybody's excited about Instacart and all the things, moving and chickens and all the things. Galena's like, I'm heading out to Arcadia with her compound. I get it.
I don't blame you.
I get it. I totally get it, Galena. I did check with Natalie to see what date, so I'm waiting to hear back from her, but probably mid-May, depending on her schedule. So,
Well, that means we'll have YouTube for 2 more weeks,
right. we have to,
and then we'll lose it again for a week.
and then it's like 2 more weeks if we get another strike. We'll have to think about that one.
Ridiculous.
We'll have to think about that. But yeah, she'll be back. Who knows what we'll be talking about. Actually, we got because one of the videos went viral, and I'll pull that up. We got a lot of questions on there, so I might pull some of the questions that people asked on there, and we
Okay.
can answer some of those that were to that video, and we can replay that video because people loved it. People loved the pinto bean one, and on Instagram too. Instagram also had it. So yeah, but she'll be back in May. So if you have any questions, of course, send them in. You can drop them in the chat right now. I'll put them in my notes. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Obviously, we're on Facebook and all the good things. And I wanted to play this quick video because Dare to Be will be here very soon. So make sure you join us. It is a Friday, May 15th, 7 to 9 p.m. You can expect clarity, healing, direction, and boldness. Dare to be who God called you to be and leave fear behind. It is interesting out there right now. There is a lot of fear. And I think that if you join us and you are ready to leave that behind and you are looking for clarity or you're looking for healing, direction, or boldness, anything like that, you come with an expectation, I guarantee you will leave with something because that is who God is. And so if you surrender and you lay things down, God is ready to shine down on you. So please, please, please book your calendars, show up May 15th, 7 to 9-ish p.m. Is there no childcare, right? Childcare, no childcare?
Usually for Dare to Be, there's no childcare, but I think we are going to offer it this time. I think we offered it last time.
I know. I feel like we went, I feel like we did do it once.
So we'll do childcare.
Yes, childcare. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not on the events page. So, So we'll offer childcare this time. So no excuses, guys, women, ladies, no excuses. Bring your girlfriends, and it's just like I say every time, it's something special about being with a bunch of women, all worshiping together, all sitting together, and it's just special. It does something different. So please come, please join us, and think about who you're going to invite.
Beautiful. The end. That's funny. So we started on, we ended, have you ever, like, my kids do this. When I mean up, I say down.
Like if you're gonna, if you tell them to go into the bathroom and the shower curtain is not how you want it, what do you tell them to do to it?
Okay. Well, the thing is I can say close when I mean open.
Right, that's what I mean. So what would you tell them if the shower curtain is not the way that you want it because it looks messy? What would you tell them to do?
To fix it.
Okay, open or close?
Well, it depends. I don't know. Like, you're not telling me which one it is.
Close it.
Close it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I even say warm and cold. I mix those up sometimes. I'm like, how is this so hard?
I think that's dyslexia.
It might be.
Yeah.
That's a learning disability.
I think that's a learning disability. I think that's autism.
No, I get you. I flip things like around all the time in my brain.
All the time.
Yeah. Me too.
I meant we finished, but I said we started.
I know. Sometimes when I touch something really hot, I'm like, "Ooh, cold," and I'm like, "Oh no, that's hot."
Like, what are you thinking?
That?
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's very annoying.
I blame it on being bilingual, but I can't.
Well, I'm not bilingual.
Yeah, we are.
No, I got kicked out. I mean, Holy Spirit, I got my spiritual language.
Yes, you do.
I saw a video once that says, you know how you on a resume you can say that you know another language.
Yeah. Oh my
and
gosh.
you could put tongues as your second language.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
I would do it.
I would absolutely do that.
If I have to do another interview at some point.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'd rather speak in tongues than have any other language.
Oh my gosh, exactly. Right.
They think you're crazy.
Fair.
But like French, German, not going to happen. Speaking in tongues was the easiest thing, and that was hard getting it, but it was still way easier than learning a different language. Oh my gosh. Please kill me. Put me out of my misery. Learning a foreign language.
Hope, do you know the left and rights?
Now I get those.
You do?
No, not me.
I know. Well, because I'm
never.
left-handed. So I just automatically think.
But even that, I'm like, I'm right-handed, but do I write with this one? I still have to think.
Also for directions, if I'm driving, if my intuition says take a right here, I have to go against my intuition.
Oh my goodness.
Because my intuition is always going to lead me down the wrong way.
Always wrong.
I know.
That's scary.
It is. Because in my brain, all you hear in my brain is la 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 la.
The video you sent.
That's the reason why you need Jeff.
Exactly.
La, la, la,
Literally. She's in her own la la world.
You didn't see what he sent me.
I didn't.
Gosh.
I bet he said something
He agreed.
funny.
And he actually said he had already sent you that video.
He did.
And he says he tells you every day that you
How
are
blessed
blessed
I am.
and you're blessed and highly favored. I
Every
said, do you
day.
make sure she knows it's not because of God, it's because of you?
Yeah, exactly. No, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Of course he
Oh
does.
my gosh, so funny.
Yeah. So at the end of the podcast on Wednesday, I closed with this question, which I found very entertaining, but also very factual, actual. I think everybody's been here. So listen to this question. Here's the scenario. I hear from the Lord, you hear from the Lord. So I told the girls, I'm like, it's like if you didn't listen to the podcast on Wednesday, I said, I kind of liken this to like two friends. But you said it's like a husband. It could be a husband and wife.
Yeah.
It could be what else did you say?
Like your kids, your mom or dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all true.
Yeah.
Like I never thought about it like that. But this is so. Put this scenario in your head of maybe it's you and your friend, maybe it's you and your husband, whatever. It says, I hear from the Lord. You hear from the Lord. I heard something from the Lord about the said thing, and you hear something different from the Lord about the said thing. They contradict each other. I had peace about what I heard, and you had peace about what you heard. I choose to let it go because it's not worth my peace. However, it changes our dynamic and our relationship. That's why I kind of thought it was two friends, because like usually husband and wife will be like, well, I guess we just don't see eye to eye on this, or your kids, it's not really going to change your dynamic unless it's an adult child, which could.
Yeah. I've seen husbands and wives not do great.
Really, because of this? Really?
Similar, but yeah.
Interesting.
Because
Interesting.
they're like one's not necessarily a believer. You know?
But this says they heard from the Lord.
That's true. That's
So
true. Okay,
that
okay, okay,
wasn't
okay,
even
okay.
like
Yeah.
That's
okay.
why I didn't even think of it like that.
That's
okay.
true. Okay.
So, however, it changes our dynamic. I have something in my eye. Dynamic and our relationship. How do you handle this when this person is very much still in your life, especially when it's not the first time it's happened? This is so weird because most people that I'm friends with, or even like, I don't usually have something where the Lord, I'm trying to they're asking me to pray about something and hear from the Lord for them, or vice versa. I don't deal with that a lot. Do you deal with that a lot with your relationships? Like where you're having somebody on a continual basis, like on a regular. This is like, I'm not saying it happens every week. I'm just saying they said this isn't the first time it's happened.
Right.
I don't have anybody that I continuously say to them, pray about this and tell me what the Lord tells you. I don't do that very often with people
Me either.
because I just trust myself. But I wonder why that's like that. Might be because one's seasoned, one's not seasoned. Both of them aren't both of them are not seasoned.
True.
So they're not confident in hearing from the voice of the Lord. Fix that.
Yeah.
No.
Fix it so that this doesn't keep happening.
True.
You know? Like do you guys do that? Do you have somebody you ask that, or do you have somebody who asks you on
I'm
a
not
regular
trying
basis?
to, not
I'm
me,
trying to, like-
but I'm trying to think if I'm in a situation where people are asking me.
I never hardly ever have anybody say, pray about that and tell me what God tells you.
Yeah.
No. No.
I know, I don't either. It's weird.
Yeah.
Then it says their fruit in the situation doesn't show growth. So I'm assuming it's the situation that they're talking about doesn't show growth, not the prophetic.
Right.
Correct?
I think so.
Their fruit in this situation doesn't show growth, but I also know that could take time. So do you think it's the prophetic that they don't show growth? Because that makes me now think that that's what they mean. Does that?
I thought they just weren't seeing like anything. Like every time they said they heard from God, that situation didn't come to fruition. That's how I heard it. So if like Vanessa said that I was supposed to move to Africa, and I was like, I don't feel that at all. And she's like, but I know I saw a dream. And then I moved to Africa and it didn't work out for me.
Right.
And it was really bad. I had to come back. Like I'm
Right.
seeing like this every time she says something, it's not working out right. It's kind of how I heard that question. So how did you hear the question?
Well, I didn't think about it like
I
that
know.
until just now. So
Right.
because I'm trying to dissect the question. Like, I didn't see it like that.
I know.
Okay, this is how I got it.
Okay.
Their fruit in this situation Meaning, I'm beginning to wonder if they're talking about being able to hear from the Lord prophetically about what they should do, not just specific of this situation, but specifically in hearing the voice of the Lord, doesn't show growth. But I also know that could take time, meaning it could take time for them to be able to hear the voice of the Lord
and get
clearly.
it right. Yeah.
Is that how you hear it? Is that how you're reading it now? Or is it me? Am I missing that? I want to be able to answer this question correctly. So now I'm like questioning how I've originally read that.
Okay, read it straight through and don't add anything to it.
Okay,
Let me listen one more time.
Their fruit in this situation doesn't show growth, but I also know that could take time. Does that really change how I answer the question, though?
Probably not.
Or maybe
So-
they're still waiting to see fruit from the situation.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying no. We don't know what the situation is. I hate that.
It's too early in the situation to even know if
That's why I don't think
either
that's
one of them.
That's why I don't think that's what it's saying. I think they're talking about prophetically, this person isn't spiritually mature enough in their walk to be able to hear the voice of the Lord clearly. Not even about what they're talking about, but in general.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay.
Let's just go with it. And if you're listening and we're wrong, we'll answer it
We're
a different
going to do
way.
the best we can.
Yeah, and if this is a different, because I'm sure somebody deals with this. Somebody besides us has a situation that they're both people are hearing two different things.
My thing to that though, I want to answer that question. Like, and I don't mean this snotty, but who are you to say whether
I
or
was
not
just
they're
thinking
mature enough or
Right.
there doesn't
According
show
to
growth
who?
unless they're like new in their walks with God.
Right.
Then you're absolutely right that they're trying to go too fast too soon,
Right.
and they need to just slow their jets. Like, but really, who are you to make that judgment call outside of the fact of if they haven't been saved? I mean, sometimes people in a year like go farther than somebody who's been saved
Yes.
5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
20 years.
Yeah.
I've seen people fly because
Yeah.
they just get it right and they don't get distracted.
Yeah, they put their head down and they're going for it.
Yeah.
But so I would, not every case is the same, but make sure,
Yeah.
just because you've been saved maybe longer, you don't think that because you've been saved longer that you think you know more.
Yes.
Because that's not always true.
Yes.
And my thing is, what are the odds? My thing is, the odds are God's going to tell them more. He's going to tell you. But they asked you. So I don't know. That's kind of perplexing.
Yeah,
But
let's just go into it because I know Vanessa and I do when we don't, not necessarily us, we don't agree together because usually we typically do. But if we get in a situation where we're talking to somebody, like how do we enter into that? Like if I had to come to you, Hope, and ask you something, like I have a situation on how I would handle it. If you and I like, okay, so if, because it's getting too complicated, if I came to you, I would have already probably heard from God and I would want you to confirm what I heard. And I'm not like testing you, but I'm just like, we're open. I go to Vanessa.
you want to hear, you want me to say what you heard was correct.
Yeah, I'm expecting that if you, I already know what God told me, so I'm listening to conversations with people and you say like exactly what God said. I'm like, thank you, that's confirmation. There's been situations where you and I have been in a thing and you said like, listen, I'm going to tell you this. And I'm like, and you're like, whatever. And I'm like, no, that's exactly what I felt like I was supposed to do originally. And I got in my head about it. And so I typically already know what God is telling me, and I'm just looking for confirmation. I'm not searching you for an answer.
Yeah.
Very rarely. I mean, I'm not saying never, but I think that's like a safe place to go, that you go to God first, hear from the Lord first, and then expect a confirmation from the ones that you trust.
Yeah. Well, that's natural, but apparently this keeps happening with these people.
So like foundationally, what's the problem?
So
like
I
you
think
were
it's
saying.
way more deeper than
Right.
hearing I think it's way more deeper than what a normal conversation goes into. I think from what I can gather, and I'll give scripture, because the
Okay.
way I structured this, and then that last little bit made me think even more so like, this is kind of different, but so I think what happens is, and this isn't an insult or anything like that, what I'm about to say, but what I think happens is a lot of times people will really want a deeper relationship with the Lord. So they start talking to their friends or their spouse or whatever, and I don't mean this in a negative way, because a lot of times this word is used in it. They make things more dramatic than what they really are. And because it's so much more dramatic, it's bigger than what it really is. And you don't really need to come to terms with somebody else about, do you hear what I'm hearing? Or maybe it is a big deal. Like, are you supposed to move? Like, I've had people not even ask me, but I knew the Lord was telling me. They told me they could come in. They say, hey, listen, we just want to let you know that we got another job and we're moving. And I mean, this just happened, 8 months ago, 9 months ago? Somebody came to me and said, the Lord, like, my husband's got a better job. He's going to make more money. We're going to move out of state. We're going to be gone within, a matter of months. And I just wanted to tell you. And the Holy Spirit quickly told me to warn them that wasn't what they were supposed to do. Now, they said they prayed about it, and they said that they knew that God was telling them that they should go. They didn't ask my opinion, okay, but I knew the Lord was telling me to do it. And you might be in this situation that I was in, so I don't want to belittle you telling them the truth and it being different or whatever, because that's not dramatic. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, though, we dissect things too much. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is, in that situation that I had to tell that person is, the proof will be in the pudding. Because what happened is they didn't even have a church when they were going there. So they were leaving doing ministry to go to a place that they had no ministry. What does the Bible tell us? It's not about the money. You don't move for money. You don't move for a better job. You move for ministry. If we're about winning souls and discipling believers. That's what the Lord told us to do. He didn't tell us to go out and find a job that pays more or a better job. That's not what he told us to do. And if you're doing ministry, you better have a place where you're going to continue to do ministry and not forsake the assembling of yourself. They had none of that. But the proof will be in the pudding and where their walks are. Was the money and the better job worth it? Mm-hmm. I would dare say, do you know who I'm talking about, Tracy? Because I think you even confirmed to me that I would dare say I'm not wrong. Mm-hmm. If we were to visit them, I mean, I know, have I missed it? I mean, I was telling the girls, not a funny story, but a story where I'm pretty sure I missed it big time.
Do you want me to tell it like it's my story?
No.
I'm just joking.
I mean, I don't want to dime these people out. I mean, so I won't tell the story because I would never want, because it's not it wasn't something good that I had to do. But, if we went and visited these people, we would know within 10, 20 minutes of just talking to them whether the Lord gave me a word for them or it was just me. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't asked that, but I said it anyway. So sometimes, though, we dissect things too much, and we want to make more of them than what we are. And eventually, it's like gossip. You talk about something, or you talk about where there's disagreements, or with how do I say this? When you're talking with your friend, like in gossip, when you're talking with a friend about someone else, you're going to separate yourself with that person you're gossiping with because there's a trust issue there. You're causing a wedge that you don't even know you're creating. You're causing this major, because what happens eventually, one or both of you are going to sit there and go, do they do that about me behind my back?
Right.
Or they're you find out how critical that person is, and you're like, I don't, how do I say it? because it has to make sense. A lot of times when people are gossiping with each other, they become very critical of other people. That's one of the reasons why they're gossiping. And you find out how critical they are, and you don't realize you're as critical as they are. So you start being critical of them because they're so critical. But what you don't realize is you are just the same person. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah. Yep.
And then you don't want to be around somebody critical. And you don't like it. But you are that very thing. So why are you making that face?
No, because it's true.
And you just think it's just gossip. It's way more than gossip.
Yeah.
It's trust, and criticalness in the word is very clear. Like, it's dangerous and it's deadly. So gossip is dangerous and deadly because it creates a trust factor. That's what I think when you end up taking, if somebody asks you to pray, or if somebody's gotten a word, it's so personal. And when you say, can you pray about something with me? And you come up with a different thing than they've come up with. And one feels peace, the other one feels. You're first of all very vulnerable about sharing something like this. Then when they tell you you're wrong, you're offended. It's the whole thing. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just opens so many doors to problems that I'm like, why even do it? I'm not explaining myself very well, and I wish I was.
You are.
But like, it is so much more deeper than two friends or a husband and wife having a differing opinion on what's being heard.
Yeah.
Because it's also a pride thing. Because one person isn't willing to say, I missed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other person thinking you don't have your relationship with God isn't as close as mine because I hear him more clearly than you do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do.
I'm having a really hard time. Tally's laughing. I'm
I
having
got
a
it
really
early on.
hard
Like,
time
the very
explaining
first thing
what
you were
I'm saying.
explaining. But the very first thing I
Yeah.
heard, I was like, yes, exactly.
It's so personal.
It is personal,
It is.
100%.
Even when you're gossiping with somebody, it's super personal
Yeah.
because you feel like you're sharing something with only this person.
Yeah.
And we're so close that we would only share this with each other about other people. But what you really don't realize is the odds are that person is sharing same thing with somebody else.
right.
And it's not personal. It's destructive. And that is, to me, in some ways, when you ask somebody to confirm something to you, you better be willing to not be offended if they say they don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of times people are so offended over something that's so easy to not be offended over, but they are.
True.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to say, and listen, that's the tough part about prophecy. The scary thing about prophecy is when you give a prophetic word to somebody, having to give it and know that you might be wrong when you're giving it. Like one of the scariest things, like when I first started giving prophetic words, my heart was beating out of my chest because I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, what if I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pride thing. And another thing, it's because you're telling somebody something and you better take it serious because you're saying, thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Right.
Like, you better not
You're
like,
God's mouthpiece at this point.
I know. I'm really careful to be like, God said.
Yeah.
never
you
put
know.
words in his mouth.
Like, I have to know that I know.
Yeah.
And you still might miss it
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
because you're a human
Right.
and there's emotions
Yeah.
involved.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I think back on when I first, I think you wanted me to share this story, Hope, when I
Yes.
got engaged with Jeff. And if you knew us then, Jeff was a little rough around the edges. And on paper, he wasn't the most ideal candidate for me. And I had very amazing, good friends that I had for my whole life and more like mentors. They were a little older than me. And I remember when we got engaged, my one friend who was really special to me, she came to me and said, if you marry this man, you are making the most, what did she say? The worst decision of your life. You will ruin your life. And I was like, oh my gosh. Either she's
serious.
right or I didn't hear from the Lord right, because I knew what the Lord said to me. And so in that moment, I had to make a choice to go back to what God said and search it out. And he gave me so much peace moving forward. And I did get married until this day. I have tried to like reconnect and she refuses to accept what she said.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me, burping. That's because of pride.
Right.
And that's why now the relationship that this person's talking about, it exemplifies exactly what you're saying. Not that it's ruined you guys' relationship, but it is caused it to where it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because somebody's offended, somebody's bothered. And all of that is not good either. But here's the thing. I'll say this. I have been in your friend's shoes.
Right.
Okay? Where I have given a word. Just knew I was so right.
Yeah.
So right. And there's absolutely, in my opinion, even though I have prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, and there's a disconnect or something, because I could not have been right. Even though still to this day, when I pray about it, there's a part of me that doesn't feel like I was wrong. But in all reality, and this is where you have to be humble. You have to be willing to say, even if in this moment, I still feel like I could be right, there's no way you were. Like, it's not possible you were right. So you got to help with God. You got to figure out where am I missing something? Because I was wrong, and I still don't see that I'm wrong. But it can't be that I was right. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying with that? Like, it's not possible you were right. So somehow you got to figure this out with God so that it doesn't happen again. That is not a repetitive problem. But that's where taking what God tells you very seriously, looking at it, which we'll talk about, and I have plenty of scripture, but you evaluate what you believe. And I was pretty young when I was pretty young in giving prophecy at the time, gave prophecy that was accurate, dead on, and then gave prophecy to the same person. It was completely wrong. Like, it's not possible. You can get it right, and you can still get it wrong.
Right.
And you have to be, even when you don't think you are, and that girl was wrong. She was dead wrong with Vanessa.
Yeah.
And to not be able to say, you know what, I missed that.
I missed that one. Yeah.
I missed it. Like, there's something that she needs to fix within herself.
Right.
In order to be a vessel that God can use, continue to speak through. Like, you are going to miss it. You'll miss it far less, though, the more you're willing to say, okay, I know that there's the possibility that I will miss it. So let me make sure that, let me evaluate everything. Let me do my checks and balances so that it doesn't happen. And if it does, it's because, like, you have done everything spiritually speaking to make sure that it doesn't.
Yeah. And it was a lesson for me that you can't just take everything that someone tells you.
Right.
Biblically speaking, we're going to look at scripture because it's going to say, it says that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Test everything. And and even at the very ripe age of 22.
You had to be strong. What would have happened if you listened to her?
And she was like a mentor to me. Like, she was one of my dearest friends. She was older than me. She really helped me in my faith at the time. And like, I had her not on a pedestal, but I respected her highly.
Yeah.
And for someone like in that caliber to tell me that what I heard from the Lord was wrong and that she was right, I really had to go back and like test the spirits
and trust that you heard
and
the
trust
Lord.
that I know the voice of God.
Because you were even very young in your walk with God. And that's why I say to this person, their fruit in this situation doesn't show growth. But that doesn't mean that they're wrong and you're right, though. Trust me, a person who's been wrong, like, I get it right way more than I get it wrong. By a lot. But I still I still have gotten it wrong. You have to be like, we're human. And we're going to look at scriptures because even in biblical times, they got it wrong.
Yeah.
They just did. 1 Corinthians 14:29 says, let 2 or 3 people prophesy and let the others evaluate what is said. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you get a prophetic word, it is supposed to be judged. It is supposed to be tested. You need to use discernment.
Absolutely.
Just because somebody you love and respect gives you a word, I would dare say, like, I love RHB. Like, I love him. Mm-hmm. But just because he tells me something doesn't mean that it is so. I have actually seen him be wrong before in his prophetic words. I've heard him give a word and it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Now, why did it not happen? It may not have been him. It may have been the other person.
Right.
But it didn't happen.
Right.
So I shouldn't say he was actually wrong. I'm just saying that I have seen people give words and them not come to pass. Why did they not come to pass?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why. But the thing is I don't care who it is. People are people and people get it wrong. And you better, you have to feel a peace. Mm-hmm. You have to know that you have a relationship with the Lord. And just because that's why I tell people, don't let anyone speak into your life, which is you're friends with this person. So that it's not just anybody speaking into your life, but you should really be careful who you allow to speak into your life because they can be wrong.
Yep.
And their motives could be bad.
Correct.
And you should use discernment. You shouldn't automatically believe everything that somebody tells you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people, like with Vanessa, somebody who's been mentored by somebody that's older, wiser to a certain extent, and they've looked up to, it's really easy for you to say, I must be wrong.
Yeah.
They would know more than me. Mm-hmm. But that's not true. Mm-hmm. You have a relationship with the Lord. You need to cultivate and trust that relationship more than your relationship with a human being by a lot.
Preach. That will preach right there.
It's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't trust their walks with God because they don't have a daily one and it's not really strong. It's not a firm foundation. So it's easier to trust a person that they believe has a better relationship with the Lord. But you don't know the relationship with the Lord because what they're telling you should maybe not be buying because you don't really know it.
Yeah.
And not everybody who says they are who they say they are really who they are. I've seen it. I mean, for myself, 20 plus years of ministry, and what people believe what people believe they're seeing in front of them lives a whole different lifestyle at home versus what they see in front of them at the church or out and about. Get them at home in their four walls of their house or the walls of their house, and you're like, you don't really know somebody until you live with them. Mm-hmm. And that's just the truth.
True. Very true.
So be careful because you don't actually know everybody.
Yeah.
1 Thessalonians 5:20-21 says, do not scoff at prophecies, but test everything that is said. Hold on to what is good. So it's exactly what you were saying. And it's a good thing Vanessa did not actually listen to that person and tested it. Because...
What was that? 1 Corinthians what?
It's 1 Thessalonians 5:20-21. Okay. Do not scoff at prophecies, but test everything that is said. Right. Hold on to what is good. Filter everything.
Always.
Literally.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong, even if you love the person the most. Mm-hmm. I mean, I will tell Tom things, and do you think that Tom actually always, he trusts me probably more than anybody that walks the face of the earth outside of God. But even me, he'll filter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Smart.
Super smart. That's like one of the top things I tell people. I'm like, listen, this is something, like, I'm telling you what I would do, But like at the end of the day, like don't even trust me. Like if the Holy Spirit's telling you something different, even if I've been right every single time,
Yes.
you like
That's wise.
Right. I could miss it. So just check with the Lord.
Yes.
You're gonna have a peace or you're not
Right.
gonna have a peace. Plus nobody wants to be told what to do. Like some people like want that like validation, but if it's opposite of what they want to do, they don't want to be told what to do. So give people the freedom to like trust their own relationship with the Lord. Like give that opportunity for them.
And if they're wrong and you're a really good friend, the best thing you can ever do is to be a person that supports them and helps them to walk humbly back and say, you know what, I missed it. So, and I say that they can walk humbly back. The reason they can do that is because they know that you're a person that's not going to be, I told you so.
Right.
The worst thing you can ever do to somebody who's learning to become confident in their walk with God and who they are in Christ is you make it really easy for them to be a meek person, a humble person, so that they can be used mightily by God. But you, in order to make that happen, you have to be humble.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to show and exemplify meekness, because nobody wants to go to somebody that's going to say, you should have listened to me.
Right.
You're never going to, like, if they know, though, that they can come to you and you're going to say, you know what, I missed it too. Like, okay, so what, you missed it. You know what, you'll get it right the next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, we need, like, again, it goes back to Wednesday, cheering people on.
Yes.
Like, helping them to become the best version of Jesus
Right.
that they can be.
Yep.
True.
Yes. That.
That does not come from being a person that says, you should have listened to me.
Right.
I told you.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
It doesn't
True.
happen.
So true.
And who wants that?
Nobody.
Nope. I'm
Nobody
learning to
wants-
practice that even within my own home.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
you
Which
know?
I've had to learn to be like that. And it is not easy. A
No.
personality like mine, you're way
Right.
easier, Vanessa. Like, your personality
Yeah.
type is more apt to be like that.
Yeah.
A kinder, gentler.
Yeah.
I'm not kinder and gentler. I'm a bull in a china shop. So,
I'm married to that.
yeah. So God really, yeah. God has really, like,
Yeah.
had to, like,
Refine.
oh, yeah. Give me the smackdown, man. Like, literally.
Yeah.
My sister my older sister's been dealing with some stuff. And one of the things that she said, she had somebody do something for her. And she's like, man, what they did was so powerful. It's like they took the shotgun out, put it to their face, and then took the what's the stock of the barrel,
yeah.
the stock of the gun, and then whacked him right in the head. And I'm like, that's me. That's what God does with me. He
my gosh.
has to, like, literally take the shotgun
Yeah.
out, put it to my head,
Yeah.
and then knock me right in
Knock
the
you
head to
out.
knock some sense into me. I'm like, I laughed. I was like, that is such a great metaphor of many, many things. But that's a hard-headed individual that, needs to be dealt with like that. That's me. Don't let that be you.
Oh man.
Okay.
Like, I've had to learn, shut up.
yeah.
Be humble. Like, being humble for me, because I'm so, again, a bull in a china shop. Being humble for me is not that easy. I mean, I don't think I'm the greatest thing, but there is, most of the time in my life, I look at almost anything and go, I can do that.
Right.
I can do that. Why can you do that and I can't do that? Like,
Right.
of course I can do that. But having that mentality is great. But at the same time, it can also cause you not to be a humble individual.
Yep.
So,
Right.
and
And
it's
then
powerful.
you're relying on your own ability and your
Right.
own strength in that
Right.
moment too.
Yeah. You really do a lot of times. If I don't think I've ever looked at it like that
Yeah.
before, but God's obviously a part of it because He's created you to be able to think
Yeah.
and you to be somebody who is like feels like they're unstoppable. But there's a huge part of what you just said, because in that mentality, you're like, where's God in all of that though?
Right.
You know, He gave you the ability,
Right.
but is He the one that's doing it through
Yeah.
you?
Right.
It's a whole that's
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that before, but it is very, very true. So And a lot of people in this day and age, we all have the mindset of, I'm doing it because I'm not relying on anybody.
Right. Because I'm married to someone who's just naturally good at things, and anything he really like
Puts his
dabbles
mind to.
in. Right. And it's like you can get so busy doing good things and excelling in the good things, but are you doing God things?
Right.
Yes, and I would agree with that
Yeah.
very, very much because I am very much like your husband.
Yeah.
We're very, very similar in a lot of ways. And Tom always is preaching, like when he's not always using the analogy of Mary Martha, but when he's talking about workaholic, always being busy, like when he's preaching that message, he's always thinking and speaking about me.
Yeah.
Because that's me, and he's trying to send me a message as well as other people in the room. But he's literally trying to send me a message of
Yeah.
perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep things in balance.
Yeah.
There's an order.
Yeah.
You can't go one to the other. I mean, there's balance, and there's something very important about that. Let's look at Acts 21, 10 through 14. It says, several days later, a man, Agabus, who also had a gift of prophecy, arrived from Judea. And he came over and took Paul's belt and bound his own feet and hands with it. And then he said, the Holy Spirit declares, so shall the owner of this belt be bound by the Jewish leaders in Jerusalem and turned over to the Gentiles. And we heard this, we and the local believers all begged Paul not to go to Jerusalem. But he said, why all this weeping? You are breaking my heart. I'm ready not only to be jailed in Jerusalem, but even to die for the sake of the Lord Jesus. And when it was clear that we couldn't persuade him, we gave him up and said, the Lord's will be done. Guess what happened? That didn't happen. That prophecy did not come to pass.
Yeah.
He was wrong. And you never see anything about him coming back and saying he was wrong. But even the best of intentions, he caused that prophecy was wrong, and it caused a lot of broken hearts. And a lot of times, we are driven by emotion, and that's one of the reasons why we give prophetic words. We assume things. We have input on something, so we believe the input that we have. You know, so have you ever had anybody that you knew something about, and then what you knew about them caused you to have a prophetic word for them? Mm-hmm. That's dangerous. Right. You need to know that.
Mm-hmm. So true.
Yeah.
Just because you know something about somebody, don't intertwine what you know to be a prophetic word. That's emotional.
Right.
That's false. And you got to be really, really careful about that. That's why when I do Dare to Bees or I do Beloveds, I try and always make it be very clear. If I know something about somebody, I don't try and make it sound like it's prophetic.
Right.
It's false. It's fake. It stinks in the eyes of God.
Right.
And you're making people believe something that you and that person know, but maybe everybody else doesn't know. You're trying to make yourself look a certain way. Mm-hmm. That's not good. It's false. What I'm going to tell you is when two people hear different things about the same situation, biblically, the word tells us it could be both are hearing partially. So understand, when both of you hear the same exact thing, and we're going to close with this. When both of you are hearing the same exact thing, you're getting a different word about the same exact thing, either both of you are partially hearing things correctly. Both of you are wrong in some parts, and both of you are hearing correctly in others. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
One is hearing correctly, and the other is misinterpreting. So one could be hearing it correctly, and the other one is missing it. So it's like four different things.
True. Yeah.
Both heard something real, but are applying it differently. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And one or both may simply be wrong. You both might just be wrong. So here's what the Bible tells us to do when this happens. And this is from the scriptures I gave you. Test the word. Mm-hmm. Check it against scripture. Look for confirmation. Follow the Holy Spirit's peace. Both of you have it, so just wait it out. And watch fruit over time, which is what I said about the person that the Lord gave me the word for. I will watch and see what the fruit is. And if the fruit shows that I'm right, great. If the fruit shows that I'm wrong, even better. I don't want to be
that.
right.
Yeah.
I'd rather be wrong on that.
Right.
Okay? Because that means, spiritually speaking, something's amiss.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We're done. 30 seconds. See you on Sunday.
Yes, you
Thank
will.
you for joining us. If you aren't in town, watch on live stream, like Anne Marie.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
She's a faithful watcher.
Yep.
Watch us on live stream. Be here. Be square. We love you. Have a great weekend. Bye.